Right.
Say
Here.
test.
Test? Testing, testing.
You hear that?
Test? Hello.
Yeah.
I'm doing this part. Is it good? Is it on? I don't know which one's on or off. Okay, it's not on.
Testing, testing, testing. Now it's on?
Yeah.
One more time. Can you hear me? Testing, testing.
Because it's like jumping up.
Testing, testing. Perfect. We're in business. Okay, we're going to have Teta on the face-off. Rockport, our last matchup. We won 4-1. We're coming off a win from Bedford. Medeski and Castagno out there with Teta, Blakely and Jackson on D. All right, we win it and we get it in. Medeski out to the neutral zone. Blakely sends it in. Rockport unable to clear it. Teta knocks it back into the blue line. Rockport below the goal line. Blakely knocks that kid down and keeps the puck in. Castagno's going to pick it up to the blue line where Blakely will shoot. Knocked down. Bounces to the boards. Rockport sends it out. Icing is called. We'll face off again in Rockport zone. Duras, Wilkie, and Lesniak coming out on offense with Panagakis and Vision on D. Wilkie taking the face off. Wilkie fires it back. Duras' shot was blocked. We get it back into the zone. Lesniak below the goal line looking. Sends it down the boards. Duras will pick it up. Back up the boards. Vision at the blue line. Comes in, shoots. Goalie knocks it down. It's loose to the side. Miller is their goalie. Vision again. Miller blocks it. Leg save. Rockport bringing it up and out. Neutral zone. They pick it up at the red line. Vision in our zone sends it up to Lesniak in the neutral zone. Rockport's able to send it back into the zone. Panagakis now picks it up. Gets it to Duras at the blue line. He sends it and puts it in. Panagakis to Duras puts us on the board. DT up 1-0 at 13:29 in the first. Cardillo, Jake Hobner, Feeney coming out there on offense. Blakely and Ben Hobner on D. Jake Hobner on the faceoff to Ben Hobner to Blakely, who puts it into the zone. Rockport gets it back out. They dump it in. Ben Hobner's chasing it down. Sends it back. Jake Hobner into the neutral zone. Rockport gains it at the red line. Ben Hobner picks it up below the goal line. Moving it up the ice. Feeds Cardillo. Cardillo shoots wide. Jake Hobner grabs the rebound below the goal line. Sends it up to the blue line. Blakely has it at the blue line. To Ben Hobner. Ben Hobner sends it down. Jake Hobner trying. It's going to bounce up to the center where Blakely will put it in the goal, actually. I believe that was a Jake Hobner to Blakely. DT up 2-0 at 12:40 in the first. Slightly less intense encounter than we had at Bedford on Saturday. Jackson and Vision out there on D. Teta, Medeski, and Castagno facing off. Teta picks it up from his face-off, pushes it back to Jackson. Jackson to Teta. Teta knocks it into the zone. Rockport resetting. We'll bring it around behind. Rockport clears it. Vision picks it up at the red line and sends it back in. Rockport again. Intercepted by Teta. Oof. Congestion at the net. It's loose. Jackson trying to keep it in. Sends it back in. We're offsides. Our last encounter with Rockport, they came out a little stronger than this. We'll face off now to Cole's right. Panagakis fighting for it against the boards. Rockport sends it deep. Ben Hobner will chase it down. Pushes it up. Rockport intercepts, sends it around. Duras trying to clear it. Wilkie assisting against the boards. Rockport trying. Can't do much with it. They get it back in the neutral zone and send it. Lesniak picks it up to Panagakis. Panagakis to Ben Hobner. Ben Hobner flips it up and out into the neutral zone where Panagakis will pick it up. Send it in from the red line. Wilkie's going to chase it now. Rockport clears it out. Blakely off the bench picks it up in the zone. Sends it up to Duras Rayton at the blue line, who fires it over to Wilkie in the middle for Lesniak to pick up to Panagakis. Panagakis shoots into the shin pads of Rockport's number 11. I imagine that hurt. Rockport will push it out. Blakely will pick it up in the neutral zone and reset. He sends it up to Duras. Duras sends it back to Lesniak. Flips it down to Wilkie. Can't catch up to it. Goes to the boards. Wilkie again down to Lesniak to Duras. Trying for that centering pass. Blakely at the blue line sends it back down. Back up to Blakely at the blue line. He'll shoot again. Rebound out there wide. Jackson tries off the shin pads now. Rockport's number 22 is bringing it into the zone. Blakely pushes it to the side, and the shot goes to blocker side of Cole, who makes the save. Rockport able to keep it in, sends it across the middle, and Duras is there. Rockport dumps it in. Jackson to Blakely. Blakely to Jackson. Jackson up into the neutral zone. Cardillo trying to handle it. Gets it to Jake Hobner, who carries it in. Jake Hobner tries to feed Feeney. Feeney can't connect. Cardillo will pick it up. Vigent and Panagakis out there on D. Vigent to Panagakis in the defensive zone. Back to Vigent. He's going to push it out into neutral. Gets it to Cardillo. Over to Jake Hobner. And we're offsides. 9:43 remaining in the first. DT up 2-0. Jake Hobner will face off with Feeney and Cardillo. Vigent and Panagakis still out there on D. Panagakis picks it up neutral zone from the face-off and dumps it in deep to the corner. Jake Hobner giving chase. Feeney sends it back down. Vigent keeps it at the blue line, sends it at Miller, who saves it. Rockport now trying to clear it out, and they do. They bump it out to the neutral zone. Panagakis disrupts. Vigent will pick it up in the defensive end. Penalty has been called. We've got Cole coming out, and we got 6 skaters on the ice until Rockport touches it, and they've decided they touched it. So now we're going to go on the power play. 9:08 in the first. DT first power play of the game. 20 for Rockport. We'll go into the box. Tim Patrick, a forward for Rockport. Lesniak facing off with Medeski and Duras, Vigent, and Wilkie out there, holding down the blue line. Lesniak below the goal line, looking, brings it up, centers it to Vigent, to Wilkie, back to Vigent, over to Duras, down to Lesniak. Duras again, to Vigent. He's got a lot of space. He sends it. Goalie with the leg save. Wilkie on the rebound. Lesniak back to Wilkie. Wilkie up to Vision. Vision to DuRoss on the wing. DuRoss cross ice to Wilkie, back up to Vision, who takes it and goes high. Bounces out to DuRoss, up by the blue line. We got a lot of time. 1:11 left in this power play. Lesniak handling it. Up centers to Vision. Medeski going in the box. I'm not sure why. Jostling each other in the middle. Maybe the refs are bored. We're going to move it on down to the right of Cole. We'll have a defensive line change. It was either a cross-check or a roughing. Medeski in the box now for 2 minutes. We have 1:05 remaining in the other penalty, so we're 4-on-4 for 1:05. Blakely and Ben Hobner out there on D. DuRoss and Lesniak. DuRoss on the face-off. Rockport's going to regain it, carry it into the zone. They come in, side of the net. Blakely will pick it up to Ben Hobner in the neutral zone, who carries it in. Rockport will pick it up and send it around the boards. DuRoss is there. Oh, tries to feed it to Lesniak, crashing in. Rockport breaks it up. Rockport up and out to the neutral zone where Blakely intercepts it. Sends it back to DuRoss, waiting at the blue line. We got to get back on sides. Lesniak again, back to Blakely. Blakely will carry it in now. Blakely coming in, makes a move. Oh, tries to feed it to DuRoss, doesn't connect. Rockport now, bringing it out. And they are broken up by the defensive efforts. Ben Hobner intercepts it in front of the net and is going to carry it up the ice. He dumps it in so we can get a change. Panagakis and Jackson coming out there. We are now on the kill officially for 54 more seconds. Rockport on the power play. Rockport pushing it out to the neutral zone. Jackson pushes it back in. Teta takes a shot. Miller catches it. We'll face off to the right of Rockport's goalie. .654 at the first period. We are up 2-0. Wilkie on the face-off. Rockport gains it, gets it into the zone. Jackson getting back. Rockport. Oh, I don't call it. All right. Jackson pushes it up the boards. Rockport cannot keep it in. It's going to get out. Wilkie and Teta out there on the offensive effort. Panagakis and Jackson running the D. Rockport gains it at the red line and gets it into the zone. Jackson intercepts it, pushes it out. Rockport keeps it in. Jackson gets it out to the neutral zone. Wilkie handles it and carries it in. Rockport intercepts it. They're going to get it out. We dump it in. And we got to get offsides, or onsides, excuse me. Vision out there now with Ben Hobner. Ben Hobner pushes it up to Jake Hobner. Castagno picks it up, sends it over to Jake Hobner. Everybody's full strength. Vision dumps it back in. We're going to get on and get back in there. Rockport carrying it around up the boards. Intercepted. Jake Hobner picks it up from Castagno, sends it across the middle for the pass. It doesn't connect. Vision keeps it in, though. Vision back down to the corner for Medeski. Medeski's got Castagno crashing in. Doesn't happen. Goes up the boards. Ben Hobner keeps it in, holds the blue line. Castagno now across the middle for Medeski. Up to Vision. Vision keeps it in. Medeski fighting for it in the corner. Pushing it around behind Miller. Jake Hobner chasing it down. Rockport regains control, and Vision will pick it up out. Comes in and shoots from the center. Knocked down by Miller. Medeski chases it to the corner, sends it back around to Jake Hobner, who, looking. Medeski comes in to give some assistance back up to Vision at the blue line. who will send it down to Castagno, who has a lane, and the goalie catches it. 4:30 left in the first. DT up, 2-0. Blakely and Jackson coming out on D. Wilkie, Lesniak, and Duras on offense. Wilkie taking the face off. Wilkie wins it. Jackson sends it down. Ooh. Lesniak sends it up the boards. Jackson sends it again. Goalie with the 6 save. Jackson carries it around. Looking. Up to Blakely at the blue line. Blakely to Jackson. Jackson sends it. Goalie catches it. Everybody's going to stay out there. Wilkie will face off again. Lesniak called in. Wilkie kicked out. Lesniak kicks it up, and Rockport's going to grab it. All right. Blakely knocks the Rockport kid off the puck. Oh, goodness. Blakely knocks the puck out after an attempt in front. Cole with the leg save. Blakely sends it up for Lesniak. Rockport back at Cole's chest. He catches it. .346 remaining in the first. Blakely and Jackson staying out there on D. Medeski, Castagno, and Teta coming out on offense. Teta will face off. Teta sends it to the wing. Jackson fires it around the boards for Castagno to chase out. It will get out, and it ices. Ted on the face-off again. Ted sends it up. Jackson to Castagno. Pushes it in. Rockport regains it in the neutral zone. Blakely knocks it down to Medeski, who tips it in. Rockport gets it back out. Jackson breaks it up as they bring it into the zone. Rockport regains it. Nice. Save by Cole. Whistle has been blown. I'm not sure what the call is. A hooking. Looks like we were guilty again. Medeski back in the box. .312 remaining in the first period. DT on the penalty kill. Duras will face off. Panagakis and Ben Hobner out there. No, Vision, I'm sorry, out there on D. And it looks like Lesniak, the other offense. Rockport setting it up on the side. Their point sends it. Vision knocks it out of the way. Panagakis sends it right into that kid, who will likely see that bruise tomorrow. Vision across the front, stops the shot. Another shot by Rockport goes wide. Duras sends it up. Rockport keeps it in. They send it down. Blocked by Vision. Cole catches it, sends it wide. And Lesniak to the blue line, knocked down again, I think by, I'm not sure who. Rockport keeps it in. They shoot, and Cole is there and catches it. 2:19 remaining in the first, 1:08 remaining in this kill. Blakely out there with Ben Hobner. Wilkie on the face-off with Tetta. They shoot. Blakely blocks it and sends it out wide after it hits him. We try to get it out. Rockport's managing to keep it in, taking advantage. Knocked down by, I think, Blakely again. Push it out into the neutral zone. Rockport will reset in there, and we have 48 seconds left on this kill. Ben Hobner picks it up in the defensive zone and sends it in for Wilkie to chase. Jackson coming in on D now. Rockport fighting for it behind the goal line. They're able to finally get it out of their zone. They pick it up and dump it in. Jackson will chase it down to the corner. Sends it up, and it's going to get out. We have another 16 seconds left on this kill. Oh, Tetta intercepts it, picks it up, shoots it. Goalie is there. Cardillo now out there. Rockport's going to grab it in the center. Send it out to the neutral zone. Jackson lost his footing, and Rockport has a 2-on-1 situation. They do not take advantage of it and shoot wide. Out to the neutral zone where Jackson will chase it in and pick it up. He's going to carry it around, looking for somebody. Anybody. Up the middle he tries. Cardillo not able to connect. Vision back down to Jackson, who sends it. Goalie's there. We have Jake Hobner and Feeney out there with Cardillo, full strength. Feeney across the middle to Cardillo. Rockport intercepts it. Panagakis joining us on the ice now. Vision breaks it up. Out of play, I think. 36 seconds remaining in this first period. Wilkie on the face-off. Sends it back to Vision to Panagakis. Up to Duras. Rockport gets it back in the neutral zone. Then Panagakis knocks it down. Gets it into the zone. Rockport gets it back out. Broken up again by Wilkie. Carries it in. Duras trying to keep it. Rockport gets it back. And then Vision does his part and keeps it in. Sends it to the corner for Wilkie to chase. Wilkie carries it around behind the goal line. We have 4 seconds remaining in this period. Up to Panagakis, who shoots. And the goalie was standing up thinking that the period had ended. And quite frankly, I think if this had been a different type of game, they would have counted it. They did not count it. Ref waved it off. However, I think it may have been on the edge. Ice will get made now. DT ends the first period up 2-0. Thank you to our sponsors, Karen Heating and Cooling, Pat Calorie Carpentry, Shannon Corp, O'Hara, Santos & Sons, Jow Corp, and Beauty Parlor. If you're listening or watching and have any interest in helping support the DT team, our senior night is coming up, and we could use a few more sponsors. Please reach out via the Instagram, Facebook page, or leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Welcome back to the second period of the DT Rockport hockey game. Teta facing off with Medeski and Castagno. Blakely and Jackson out there on D. It gets sent in deep to our zone. Oh, Rockport unable to handle it in the middle, and they deflect it to the side. Rockport keeps it in. Blakely chases it to the corner, pushes it up, and it gets back to the center for Jackson. Jackson to Castagno, feeds it up to Teta, gets into the zone. Rockport back to Castagno. Gets dumped deep. Blakely sends it around to Jackson. It'll get out of the zone. Rockport will chase it. Vision coming out there on D with Duras coming out on offense. Vision picks it up behind the goal line. Jackson will grab it and send it up to Duras. Oh, sorry, that was Castagno. Out to the neutral zone. Duras given chase. Icing has been waved off. Panagakis will join Vision on D. Wilkie back down to Duras. Back to the boards. Rockport picks it up. It's going to get out, and Vision will chase it down and into our zone. Well, he will reset to Panagakis. Whoop. Stick in the way for Rockport, but Vision still manages to get it out of the zone. And they're going to dump it deep. Vision chases it to the corner behind Cole. To Wilkie. To Duras. He gains his zone, tries to send it across, but Rockport is in the way. Panagakis picks it up at the red line and sends it. The goalie catches it. Jake Hobner coming out with Feeney and Cardillo, Ben Hobner and Blakely on D. 13:15 remaining in the second. 2-0, still DT. Jake Hobner facing off. Pushes it up for Cardillo to pick up. Cardillo hangs on to it behind the goal line. Sends it. Oof. Post. Blakely pops in. Looking for somebody from the wing. Has a lane. He takes it. Ooh. And roofs it. I'm not sure who assisted on it. I probably said it out loud and I've already forgotten. Could have been Feeney. That'll be Blakely's second. At 13 minutes remaining in the second period. DT up now, 3-0. That line will stay. Rockport sends it out of the zone. Ooh, almost knocked down by the skated Jake Hobner, who gains it. Oh, beautiful feed to Feeney. It doesn't connect. Feeney up to Cardillo in the center. Cardillo trying to get it down. Feeney will pick it up at the boards. Pops it up to Ben Hobner. Ben to Blakely. Blakely shoots goalie with the save. Jake Hobner picks up the rebound. Up to Ben. Ben sends it back down below the goal line. Some hooking happening, and it will get called. Rockport in the box for two. We'll go on another power play. Number 5 for Rockport going in the box. Looks like his name is Ben Rainier. I'm sure I said that wrong. Medeski will face off with Lesniak and Duras. Vigent and Wilkie out there holding the blue line down. Wilkie sends it over. Medeski pushes it. Lesniak picks it up to Wilkie. Wilkie to Duras. Duras at the boards, sends it back down for Lesniak. Lesniak pushes it back up to Duras. Duras to Vigent. Vigent from the center sends it. Oof, deflected off somebody. I believe it was us. Duras down to Lesniak. Oof, trying to get it to Medeski in the middle. Duras sends it, bounces off the post. That goalie sound he loves. He's laying on it. It's loose. It's not loose. Nothing. $11:47 in the second. 1:26 left in this power play. Looks like we got Lesniak facing off with Medeski and Duras, and Wilkie and Blakely sticking out there on D. Lesniak keeps it in at the boards, fights through Rockport's efforts, sends it around for Duras to control. He does. He's looking. Oh, we got him crashing. Oh, just a little wide of Wilkie. Tried. Wilkie picks it back up, comes in from the wing, sends it. Goalie's there. Not out of play. Well, maybe it was out of play. Yeah, it was out of play. We still have another 1:04 left on this power play. At the end of the first, the shot count was 14 DT, 5 Rockport. It's loose. Wilkie to Duras, who has the lane. Oh, that kid on Rockport's going to feel it later. Blakely at the blue line, back down to Duras. Duras at the boards, down to Lesniak. Comes around, sends it up to Wilkie. Wilkie down to Lesniak. Medeski chasing it to the corner. Rockport trying to clear it. Duras. Blakely picks it up, sends it over to Wilkie. Back to Blakely, to Duras, who has the lane. Stick in the way, goes high. Wilkie chases it down to Duras, who sends it. Goalie's there. Miller with the save again. Lesniak. It's going to get out. Blakely will pick it up. Fires it back up in the neutral zone for Lesniak. Blakely picks it up in our end. Power play over. Lesniak scoops it up from Blakely, chips it up and out into the neutral zone. Wilkie knocks it back out to the neutral zone, gets it back, and dumps it in. Rockport knocks it down. We get it back. Shoot goes high. Panagakis out there with Jackson. Castagno as well. Panagakis picks it up, swings it around Cole, pushes it up the boards. Jackson will pick it up behind Cole. Rockport knocks it back in. They're going to, they didn't pick it up on that pass. They keep it in, and we push it out. The whistle has been blown for, I'm guessing, offsides. 9:41 remaining in the second. DT up 3-0 now. Panagakis out there with Jackson still on D. Teta, Jake Hobner, and Castagno. Teta wins it, pushes it up, and DT forces it in with a quick 2-on-1. Almost. Goalie scoops it up. 35, Miller. We'll face off to Miller's right. Same lineup. Nobody changing anything. Teta on the face-off, sends it down. Jake Hobner chases it. Rockport pushes it up. Panagakis sends it to the goalie. Stick save. Back to Panagakis at the blue line, who fires it. Oh, the redirect attempt by Jake Hobner, stopped by Miller. Wilkie and Duras coming in with Lesniak on offense, Vision and Ben Hobner on D. Wilkie wins it back to Duras, who will shoot quickly. Leg pad save by Miller. Rockport clears it. Ben Hobner sends it in deep from the neutral zone. Duras chasing it down almost. Wilkie breaks it up, sends it back to Duras, who has it below the goal line, fires it up for Lesniak. Doesn't connect. Rockport pushing it out. Vision sends it back in, and we'll have to get back on sides. We do. Nice reverse hit by Lesniak. Wilkie to Lesniak. Lesniak up to Ben Hobner, who shoots. And Rockport player Danny Brophy feeling a little pain. Wilkie's going to go in the box for roughing. We'll be on the kill now at 8:41 in the second. Vision and Ben Hobner staying out there on D with Teta and Medeski. He's skating off of his own accord. Albeit slowly. Teta will take the face off. Teta sends it up. Rockport from the center. Oh, they shoot, but Cole is there with a leg save. It's bouncing loose. Teta picks it up on that rebound and sends it out to Medeski. He's going to gain the zone. Carried around. A lot of interference by Rockport. Medeski's waiting for somebody to come in to help. Back out to center ice for Ben Hobner to send it in. Rockport sends it over, and Teta will intercept it, come in. Below the goal line with it. Sends it back for Medeski to chase down. Rockport gets there first, and they're going to move it out and up the ice. Rockport gains the zone, comes in, gets past us, and sends it. Nice effort by Ben Hobner to get a stick out there and block it. Vision with a hit. Rockport from the blue line trying to redirect out of play. 1:01 left in the kill. Blakely and Jackson coming out on D with Duras and Lesniak on offense. Facing off to the right of Cole. 7:42 remaining in the second period. Duras wins it, keeps it, bounces it past him. It's going to chase it in and sends it to the middle almost. Rockport will intercept it and move it out. Red line. Cole covers it. .44 seconds left in the PK. Facing off to the left to Cole. Teta on the face-off. Nope, Duras. My bad. Rockport from the blue line. Blocked by Jackson. They try again. Goes wide off the post. Duras trying to clear it out. Rockport back down to the wing. Oof. Effort by Cole. Keeps it out. Duras will chase it. Below the goal line. Up to a waiting Lesniak. Whoo, that was pretty. Pops it in over the shoulder of Miller. Duras to Lesniak puts DT up 4-0 at 6:55 in the second. Shorty. Cardillo. Jake Hobner coming out there on offense. Panagakis and Vision on D. Jake Hobner fights for it, sends it to Vision, who dumps it in deep. We got another 9 seconds left on this kill. Rockport from the corner up. They're not able to get it out. Jake Hobner keeps it in. Jake Hobner picks it up, and we are all full strength now. Feeney joins the chat. Cross ice pass from Jake Hobner to Vision. Vision can't knock it down and sends it down to Cardillo. Oof. Cardillo to Feeney. Doesn't know. Was that Feeney? Oh, high stick. Icing. But it was a high stick and they didn't call it. Oh, yeah. They're going to make us face off down there because that was, in fact, a high stick. Ben Hobner and Blakely coming out on D with Jake, Hobner, Cardillo, and Feeney. Cardillo on the face-off to the left of Cole. 6:16 left in the second in this 4-0 game. We win it to the corner. Ben Hobner shoots it around for Feeney. Knocks it up for Jake Hobner. Back to Feeney, who pops it out of the zone, and Jake feeds it up to Feeney. Rockport dumps it in. Ben Hobner will chase it down. Oh, goodness. He gets it up the boards to Rockport. Oh, they mishandle it. Lucky break by us. Ben bounces it up the boards. Rockport regains it. Cole there, knocks it down. Blakely sends it up to Feeney, who's going to push it into the zone. Another high stick. Medeski out on the ice now. Panagakis and Jackson. Teta coming out with Castagno. Knocked down by Jackson in the defensive end. Panagakis picks it up. Medeski fighting for it on the side. Bounces loose. Rockport has a chance. They're going to take the shot. Cole stops it and covers it. 5:12 remaining in the second period. I'd like to take this moment to give a shout out to a faithful and by all accounts super fan, Derek Thompson. Derek, if you're listening tonight, we appreciate your support. Rockport to the blue line. Rockport at the boards. Oof. Broken up by Teta. Panagakis involved. That's offsides. And they agree. And a Rockport player down. Looks like he'll be all right. Rumor has it Derek Thompson used to be Derek Jones. But his passion for DT hockey runs so deep, changed his last name to Thompson, so his initials would also be DT. Just a rumor. You'll have to ask Derek himself if that is true. 4:54 remaining in the second. Teta wins it, sends it, goes back in. Jackson will chase it down behind Cole. Jackson back around for Castagno, who gets there before Rockport and then sends it back. The tempo of this game would best be described as slow. Rockport fires it into the corner. Jackson will pick it up below the goal line. Handles it up. Nice feed to Teta from Castagno. Teta shoots. Puts it in over Miller's shoulder. That seems to be the spot, kids. Keep shooting at that one. We are now up 5-0. Teta on the board for the first time tonight. Vision and Ben Hobner coming out on D. Wilkie, Duras, and Lesniak on offense. Wilkie will face off. He pushes it up and in. Oof. Rockport tries to clear into the chest of Duras, who keeps it. Goalie stops that attempt. Duras gets it back. Duras again at the boards. Up to the, attempted blue line. Decides to shoot instead. Miller catches it. 3:58 remaining in the second. We are up 5-0. Wilkie will face off. Everybody's sticking around. Wilkie picks it up from his face-off. To Ben, to Vision, who shoots. Shin pads a Rockport in the way. Rockport now between Rockport and Ben and Cole. Ben Hobner picks up the rebound from Cole's save. Up to Vision. Vision makes the moves, carries it over and in, and just goes for it. Oh, post in the way of that attempt. Lesniak picks it up at the blue line, sends it back down for a redirect, except the goalie caught it. So Miller makes the save. 3:27 left in the second period. Blakely and Jackson on D. Jake Hobner out there with Cardillo and Feeney on offense. Jake Hobner wins it, pushes it up. Cardillo has it. Sends it over, gets it back. Sends it again. Leg pad save. Blakely picks it up from the blue line. Fires it to Jackson. He's going to carry it in and shoot. Knocked down. Goalie. Rockport now bringing it out. Blakely will chase it into the corner. Send it over to Feeney, who pops it up. Rockport there, and then we manage to push it out. Oh, we break out and shoot. Goalie saves it. Attempted by Jake Hobner on the one-on-one. Well, 1-0. One on goalie. Offensive line change. Defense will stick around. Teta coming out with Medeski and Castagno. Teta taking the face-off. 2:53 remaining in the second period. 5-0 DT. Teta pushes it up, and Rockport picks it off. Blakely breaks it up, and Jackson gets it out. Rockport, Blakely in the red line, dumps it into the zone for everybody to chase. Medeski and Castagno out there putting pressure on. Castagno picks it up, and then Rockport will clear it. Deep pass by Rockport. Blakely gets there first, sends it up to the middle where Rockport picks it up. Blakely again. Swept up by Teta and Medeski. Blakely now again deep in the zone. Moves it up, bounces it out. Castagno chases it in. Rockport gets it back at the red line. Medeski makes it real hard for him to do anything. And it gets down to the corner. Well, Blakely knocks it back up to Medeski. Medeski back to Blakely. Blakely keeps it and fires it up the glass for Medeski to push out. He does. Rockport gets it back. We get it back. Medeski to Panagakis now on the ice on D. Panagakis up and ices it. 1:22 left in the second period. 5-0 DT. Vigent and Panagakis out there on D. Lesniak, Wilkie, and Duras on offense. Wilkie will face off. Wilkie wins it, and Lesniak picks it up, sends it over to Duras. We have a 2-on-1 materializing. Duras to Lesniak for another Duras-Lesniak situation. 6-0. 1:14 left in the second. Wilkie will face off again. Everybody staying. Wilkie pushes it up, gets it back, comes in, makes a move, shoots at the leg pad. Rebound gets knocked away by the D. Panagakis kicks it back in, and then Rockport moves it out. They come in, they gain the zone, they send it. Cole is there with a stick save. Panagakis picks it up from Vision's assistance, and it's out of the zone. Duras, so close. We're offsides. .51 seconds remaining in the second period. Blakely and Ben Hobner coming out on D with Feeney, Preston, and Jake Hobner. Jake on the face-off. Rockport comes away with it finally. Blakely pushes it back out of the zone. Rockport has to chase it into their end. We have another 39 seconds remaining of the second period. Preston sends it, bounces off Rockport, gets into their zone though. They pick it up in front of Miller. Around the boards with it. Rockport trying to clear it out. 22 seconds left. Knocked down by Preston. Rockport gets it back. Rockport knocked off the puck by Blakely. Blakely fires it back out of the zone for Preston to chase into the zone. Blakely blocks it back out of the zone. The shot attempt. That ends the second period. DT up 6-0. Welcome back to the start of the third period. As of right now, DT has 33 shots on goal, and Rockport has 10. DT up 6-0. Is it on? Okay. It's okay. It's a practice run. That's some really great things I just said. Everybody missed it. Shot count 33 for DT, 10 for Rockport. We're up 6-0. Cole back in the net to start the third. Looks like we're going to have Castagno out there with Teta. And Medeski. Jackson and Blakely on D. Teta will face off. Teta wins it, pops it back to Blakely. Over to Jackson. Jackson bringing it up. Dumps it in from the red line. Oh, Castagno tries off the post. And I guess the goal is off. It is. We've got a run time here in this third period. 14:28. Teta again. Rockport sends it to the corner, and Castagno sends it up. Rockport will bring it up and out. Jackson breaks it up. Teta picks it up from Jackson. Teta on the move. Teta carries it in and dumps it deep. Defensive line change happening right now. Panagakis and Vigent coming out. Castagno fights for it, sends it up. Nobody there in the middle, but Teta chases it down, and then Rockport will scoop it up, but Medeski intercepts it and then buys us some time. Vigent from the neutral zone in to their zone. Panagakis will pick it up at the neutral zone, and we've got to get back on sides. Rockport pushing it out. Duras, Wilkie, and Lesniak in now. Panagakis picks it up in the defensive zone, trying to clear it out. Rockport in the way. Panagakis pushes him up. Rockport sends it from the blue line. Stick save by Cole. Panagakis again in the corner, up the boards to Duras, who will fire it over to a waiting Lesniak. Picks it up to Wilkie. Wilkie gains his own, brings it in, back-handed shot, goalie saves. Lesniak pushes that kid off the puck, and then Vigent will pick it up to Duras from the wing. Goalie there. Lesniak again up the middle. Panagakis scoops it up, sends it. Rockport in the way. Another shot goes wide. Duras in the corner. Rockport. Whoa, scooped up. Rockport to the side. Vigent on the wing. Takes it. Shot goes wide. Panagakis will pick it up at the blue line. Fire it. Ooh, redirect from Wilkie. Almost happens, but doesn't. Lesniak to Duras. Duras to Wilkie. Wilkie up the boards to Panagakis. Panagakis again. Goalie saves it. Pops out front. Vigent will pick it up. Send it back down wide. Panagakis holds the blue line and does it again off the shin pad of that kid. Picked up by Wilkie to Duras, and Rockport now pushing it up. Lesniak intercepts it, chips it over to Vigent, who will take the shot, goes wide. Panagakis again comes in and fires it. Ooh, I don't think anybody knows where it is. Got stuck somewhere. Goalie's glad he's got pads on, I bet. 11:46 and running. DT up. Feeney, Jake Hobner, Cardillo coming in on offense with Hobner and Blakely on D. Jake Hobner will face off. Ben Hobner is the defensive player. Jake pushes it down. Feeney chips it backwards, and Rockport will snag it. Up the boards and out. Ben Hobner from the neutral zone to Blakely in the defensive zone to Jake Hobner at the red line, who's going to gain the zone and tries the pass to Feeney. Goes a little wide. Feeney back pass. Rockport, good idea, but they are there. It's going to get past us, and Feeney with a hit buys us some time. Ben Hobner from center shoots it, knockdown blocker. Ben Hobner again down to the corner for Cardillo. To Blakely at the blue line. To Ben Hobner. Oh, nice feed. It doesn't connect. Up there in the center, Ben Hobner will chase it down, and it ices. Line change happening. 10:35 and running in this third period. Medeski and Preston and Teta coming out with Jackson and Panagakis. Rockport out to the neutral zone. They get it over the red line and into the zone. They dump it deep. Panagakis does a good job of breaking it up. Up the boards from their blue line. They send it into the shin pads of Preston. Their goalie's going to step out to play that wisely. Kept in. Oh, we send it, but the stick gets in the way, and that open net, not an option for us. Rockport carries it out to the neutral zone. Teta sweeps it away and carries it back in. We got a 3-on-2. Teta tries to feed it to Feeney, and it doesn't connect. We're offsides by a lot. 9:32 and running. Wilkie, Duras, Lesniak coming in. Ben Hobner. And I'm not sure who this is. I don't have my roster in front of me, but I'm going to double check and see if I do. Luongo out there on D with Ben. Ben Hobner from the blue line carries it in, sends it. Goalie with a leg save. Luongo takes it down. Wilkie knocked away by Rockport. They're going to push it out. Ben Hobner will pick it up. Back of the net. Ben Hobner gets it back out of the zone for awaiting Duras, who will chase it in, come around, send it. Goalie is there with his leg pad. Lesniak trying to chip it across the zone. Lesniak again from the wing. Oh my gosh, the rebound does in fact go in. Lesniak shot off the goalie to Duras, who puts it in. 7-0 DT. Goalie change for DT. I might butcher this. Beauchesne, I'm going to guess. And if I'm wrong, I apologize in advance. Will be our goalie. Ben Hobner and Luongo out there still on D. Jake Hobner and Feeney with Cardillo on offense. Jake Hobner off the faceoff, picks it up, carries it in. Feeney chases it to the corner. Rockport around the back. Rockport up, intercepted by Jake Hobner. Nice play. Jake Hobner holds it at the boards. Ben Hobner chips it back down for Jake below the goal line. He's got Feeney crashing in. He's going to send it up to Luongo, who will send it. Ooh, it was close. Glove save. Chipped out of the way by Miller. Rockport can't clear it, and we're going to pick it up in the neutral zone and send it in. Goalie has to save it as it bounces out front. Rockport picks it up and makes the turn and goes. They dump it deep. We have a line change. Medeski, Castagno, and Teta out there on offense. Up the boards. Gets out. No icing is called. The refs have got places to be tonight. 6:54 and running. Medeski knocks him off the puck. Rockport. Medeski gets it back. Medeski across the middle. Tries for Teta. Doesn't connect. Blakely and Vision out there. Vision below the goal line. Back to Blakely. Blakely chips it up for Castagno. Doesn't quite connect. Broken up by Medeski, who's going to pull it into the zone, and he sends it. Goalie covers it. 6:23 and running. We got Wilkie, Matt Jackson, and Bernard coming in. I think it's Bernard. I could be wrong. Luongo and Jackson Tommy Jackson on D. Wilkie to face off, sent back in by Bernard. Ooh, up to Longo at the blue line from Wilkie. Goalie catches. 5:53 and running. Wilkie again on the face-off. Longo down to the corner with it for Jackson. Up to Tommy Jackson, back down the boards. Wilkie picks it up. Wilkie sends it. Goalie's there. Wilkie trying to pick it up. Rockport sends it up. Tommy Jackson from the blue line to Longo. Sends it down. It's going to bounce. Knocked out of the way by Rockport. Wilkie in the corner. It's going to get around it, and Jackson will get there. Rockport, just not able to clear it. Wilkie keeps it in, makes the turn, and sends it. Sticks are in the way, goes below the goal line. We have 4:53 and running. Bernard fighting for it, knocked off the puck. Rockport brings it up and out. Longo makes a hit. The crowd goes wild. Wilkie makes moves at the red line and gets it into the zone through all of the Rockport players. Rockport knocks it away, sends it up. They will clear it. Longo dumps it back. Panagakis out there now. There we go. Beauchene touches it. Bounces off somebody into the neutral zone. Rockport picks it up and turns it over to Jake Hobner. Gets it back in the zone. We pick it up in the neutral zone. We got to get back on sides. Jake Hobner sends it back to Ben Hobner to Panagakis, who gains it, sends it. Rockport in the way of it. Jake Hobner below the goal line. Sends it up to Ben Hobner at the blue line, who will shoot. Goalie catches. .338 and running remaining in this third period for DT at 7-0 against Rockport. Wilkie, Bernard, and Matt Jackson coming out. Wilkie will face off. Panagakis and Ben Hobner out there on D still. Knocked up by Bernard. Ben Hobner, Panagakis fires it at this goalie. It's knocked down by a stick. Ben Hobner picks it up the blue line, back to Panagakis. Panagakis sends it into the shin pad of that kid, who no doubt will have a bruise. Back up to Panagakis, who will do it again. Goes wide. Ben Hobner at the boards. Ben Hobner makes the turn, has the lane. Back to Panagakis, right in the center. Slap shot. Knocked down and bounces behind the goal. Bernard up the boards with it. Wilkie gets there, knocks it back. Rockport can't clear it past Panagakis, who sends it again wide. Ben Hobner gets there to hold the blue line, and he does. Picked up. Sent across by Bernard, knocked away by Miller. Picked up again by us. Man, it's a lot of offensive zone time for DT right now. Longo and Ben Hobner out there on D. Rockport at the red line. They do gain the zone. They send it. Covered. Saved. Beauchene. I don't know. Longo and Vision out there on D. Preston with Teta. And Medeski. Medeski sends it in. Teta picks it up from Medeski. Backhand. Goalie covers it. 1:45 and running. Teta wins it. Preston sends it deep. Rockport pulling it up and out to the neutral zone. Revision sends it back around to Medeski, who dumps it. Rockport behind the goalie. Pushes it up, and then we pick it up in the center, knocked away by Rockport, but Longo has it, dumps it down. Rockport will grab it and move it out. Knocked away by Vision. Rockport gets it back into the zone. Vision again to Longo. 101 and running. Longo dumps it. Jay Cobner entering the ice. Knocked down in the neutral zone. Buys us some time, and Rockport dumps it. We have 45 seconds left in this period. Matt Jackson out there. Kept in. Jay Cobner's going to push it out. Jay Cobner tries to get it to Matt Jackson. Longo knocks it down. Vision picks it up in the neutral zone. We have 22 seconds left. Vision sends it. Longo's in the way, but we pick it up, and oh my gosh. Okay, it's in the into the offensive zone now. Bernard tries to pass it, sends it up. Rockport in the way. 9 seconds left. Jay Cobner has it, comes around, sends it down. We try, and we send it back around, and that'll end it. DT with the win tonight, 7-0 versus Rockport. Thank you for joining us. Our next game, I believe, is not until next Monday, February 3rd, 7 p.m., I believe. Enjoy your Monday.